Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? I hope mentally and physically you guys are fit and healthy. So today, so when you focus on yourself internally and your intention is there, who you want to become, what would you like to do, and you have a clear vision, and you start to attract a really good quality information and the people. What I mean by that is that when I was living in a dark spot, like really darkness, negativities, complaining and worrying and stressed and envied, all those negative feelings, and I was having that myself, plus people around me gave me all those feelings as well. So I was literally surrounded by those negative feelings, and once you're in it for so long, you don't think there is anything else out there, because that becomes your norm, so that you think that's the normal for you. So you don't even seek for anything better, and you start attracting more of your energy level information and people who, of course, the same as you, complaining, worrying and stress about and anxieties and all that negative feelings. So they feed each other and they make it really bigger and strong and solid. And once you realize that, okay, this is not what I want more. I want to improve myself. I want to change. I want to transform myself to be better, better version of myself. And then you start to vision what's like to be in, say, somebody else who's being really successful or healthy and happy, and you used to think those people exist, and maybe it's about your age or like the same human beings, and we look the same, but you separate yourself from them. You think it's total unreachable, like total different world that you live in and where they live in. So you put boundary in between in your mind, and they're human too, so as you, so it's not much difference. The big difference is up here, the mindset. And once you start thinking, okay, it could be possible to live like that, it could be possible the way I really want it to be, living a certain way or be happy life. So when that thing clicks and you start to raise your consciousness, instead of worrying, complaining and angry about things, you start to raise your consciousness, and then what happens is you start to attract a lot of informations or people who are in that same conscious level, who thinks differently than where you were. So when you want to confirm whether you're going up in a conscious level, you start observing people around you or information that you attract, and that will kind of tell you where you're at. Because when you're really in the bottom, like I was, there's none of those, and you attract people who are miserable, you attract information that are not helpful, and you just don't get out of that cycle. And also the information or information that you receive, the quality one, you start from somewhere, and according to your level of understanding or conscious level, because it's like a school system. Even though there's so many informations or people who are so helpful and lovable and so useful out there, if you're not attuned to it, you don't catch it. It's an analogy of this is like a school system. You are in a kindergarten and you go into the grade 1, grade 2, and so on, high school, university. And when you're in grade 1, there are certain things that you need to be learning and understand the concept or basic things. And when you're told to go to the grade 6, well, there's so many great information out there to help you, but you're not prepared to receive those because you haven't learned what the grade 1 is all about. So even though there are so many great information, great people, where you're at that stage, you just cannot observe. So the information, great quality people are always out there. You just need to match with them to get information so that you learn something at grade 1 and you go to grade 2 and 3 and 4 and you start to understand what the quality of information is for you. So it's okay. People have a different needs, different pace. You really go with your pace. That's okay. There is no good and bad. So you really need to pay attention internally and be really stabilize yourself and looking into yourself and your frequency, your energy level are very steady and calm and peaceful and joyful and happy. That good conscious level, you try to reach yourself up to that instead of negative complaining and jealousy and worry and all those negative emotions. And there's a big gap in this conscious level, and there's a way to go up and up. As long as you have intention to do it, that's the first step. As long as you have this desire inside of you that, okay, this is not what I want more, I want to become like somebody else, that's the start. I want to live this way. And then you start to really search for the better way, and that will really train you to think differently. What you think is what your life is. So what you're really constantly thinking really reflects how you live. And your conscious level, as the conscious level goes up, so is your attraction to the information and the people. Those are what makes your life better and much fuller and richer. So as soon as you learn something, and it will come to the next level, and so on and so on. So there will be no ending to it. Some people say, that's it, I've done it, I made it, like financially or health-wise or relationship-wise, and you think that's it, the end. But they all realize there's much more, so much more to improve, more room to improve. So it's an ongoing things. And the more you think, more you put the intention to it, and you get higher and higher. And higher quality information makes your life much better. And you feel much greater too. And you expand really, really fast. So always look internally and stabilize and be in a good state. Always check on your state of being, whether you're really down in a negative and low consciousness level or high consciousness level, which is happy, joyful, calm, harmonized, and peaceful. So hope this will help to attract a lot of great informations and people to enhance your life quality. See you soon.